This is the Love and Partnerships reading for 27 of July 2015. Let's see what this week has in store for our partnerships and love relationships. And then we'll select one guidance card for our partnerships and relationships for this week. And there it is. Right. Let's see how we start the week. And we start the week with the Fairy of Youth. So it's time to feel that youthful exuberance again. You might even be feeling it already. If you're not, it's time to breathe it into your partnerships and relationships. It's time to drop all that heaviness and all that duty and responsibility and all those things which we tend to weigh our relationships down with, and our expectations, actually, more than anything else. Those huge expectations we have of partnerships and relationships. It's possibly that's the biggest thing to let go of this week. It's not saying let go of it forever, but maybe this week, give it a breather. Behave as if you would a child would. How would a child behave in a relationship or partnership? What would their expectations be? Just to have fun, I should think. That's about it. So let's take a little bit of that and inject it into our partnerships and relationships this week. Right, our challenge for this week is the Star Fairy. So this is to recognize that everybody, your partners, your lovers, your husbands, your wives, everyone you have a relationship or partnership with is made of the same stuff that you are. They have highs, they have lows, they have joys, they have sadness, they have challenges, they have a cross to bear. Everybody is basically, at the end of the day, pretty much the same. And perhaps to remember that so that you can have a bit of empathy and lots of compassion for people. A lot more understanding and a lot less judgment and criticism. Okay. And then bubbling under is the bright spark. So that carries on nicely from the Fairy of Youth. So there should be, if one can do away with the expectations and the judgments and the criticisms for this week, there will be a bright spark lit up in your relationships. Something which might have died a long time ago will suddenly reignite and add a bit of fun, maybe a sparkle in your smile and a sparkle in your heart again. That's definitely worth doing that for. And about to surface is the Green Man. So if you do all this, your relationships will start growing. They will start flourishing even. They will start feeling a little bit more grounded. Another idea is to take your relationships outdoors and your partnerships. Go have a picnic somewhere. Go for a walk. Go for a hike. Breathe in some fresh air. Do things together outside for a change instead of stuck indoors staring at square screens like so many of us do. Okay, your next step to take is that of commitment, and this came up in the weekly reading as well. So commit yourself to these things. Make a concerted effort to lessen the burden on your relationships, lessen your expectations, or don't make your expectations something which add a burden to relationships. Commit yourself to making it a bit more light-hearted, to doing good, fun stuff together. This is coming up a lot in readings, both private readings and in the general monthly readings for everyone as well. It's really time we took the heaviness out of everything and started breathing a bit of fresh air and a bit of fun and a bit of excitement and sparkle into relationships and partnerships. And it requires commitment. One often thinks fun and laughter and those type of things should come easily and it shouldn't require effort. But honestly, the effort is required to drop the heaviness so that that kind of stuff can come into our lives. And this is the kind of commitment you need to make. You need to make the commitment to making your relationship and your partnerships a happier place, a more fun place to be. Then your outcome will be the card of remembrance. So I think what this would be is then those things that you remember about your relationship, those things that seem long past in your memory of how relationships used to be when they first started out and they were fun and exciting, you may actually be able to experience that again. Those memories you hold fond and dear, which seem to have disappeared into the distant past, may actually emerge once again, and you may get to experience them once again. And your guidance for partnership and relationships is solitude. So maybe the thing you need to do with partnerships and relationships as well is take them out of the mayhem and the chaos and the so much, how can one say, I want to say the electronic goods and the newspapers and the internet and the television and all the stuff that we fed all day, every day. I think even our relationships and partnerships need a breather from that. So that idea of going for a hike or a walk or going out into nature somewhere with your partner is probably a very good idea. Get yourselves out of all that possibly negative feedback that weighs down on everybody. Go out there where there isn't any of that and experience each other again in that light, in a different light, and see if that reignites the spark. Okay, so that's your partnership and love relationship reading for the week of 27th July. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and listening.